look through this long list. I'm like, where's The Last of Us? And they're like, oh, and Neil's trying to make that a movie. And I'm like, it's not a movie. It's not a movie. It's got to be a show. You need time. It's all about the journey. And hi, Jonathan.
Hi, Craig. So I watched the first three episodes and loving what I've seen so far.
Fantastic.
So I know you were a big fan of the game and played it many times. How uh, how how did you kind of like get into wanting to develop like a TV show of it? Did this project come to you, or did you go after it?
Oh, I was kind of dreaming about it for years. I mean, when I first played the game, when it came out in 2013, I've never had a response to a game like that. I've been playing video games my whole life, all the way back to the Atari 2600. And I don't think I'd ever felt that much about a game throughout it, not just at the end, but throughout. And I I was almost sad because I thought I'll never get a chance to bring something like this, to the screen. And then years later, those folks from Sony PlayStation were trying to look at all these titles we have. Would you like to adapt any of these? And I looked through this long list. I'm like, where's The Last of Us? And they're like, oh, and Neil's trying to make that a movie. And I'm like, it's not a movie. It's not a movie. It's got to be a show. You need time. It's all about the journey. And the stars aligned. And I sat down with Neil and we talked about it, and just had over lunch. We just talked about the game and what it meant to me and what I would do and how I would adapt it. And then the lunch was over and he just sat there and then he went, okay, let's do it. And that's how it started. And
Yeah.
here we are years later and so much work later, but I'm so proud of what we've done.
Yeah, and it goes without saying, but I'm also obviously a huge fan of Chernobyl as well. And I know you said when you wrote that you wouldn't like wait to get the bang out of the way. Everybody knew about that. Not as many know about what will happen in this show, but it's still like everybody understands that it's something big will happen and it will kind of destroy the world. So I was wondering if you had kind of the same idea here, that you wanted to like get to that point pretty quickly, or how you thought about introducing that.
Yeah, it was a real challenge with Chernobyl. For a long time, I struggled with how to present this event
Yeah.
in a way that wouldn't feel like I was asking people to be surprised. And then finally landed on just starting with it.
Yeah.
I think we do a pretty good job of not taking too long to say or do things that are coming. We like to stay ahead of the audience as much as we can, and then immerse them. But the one thing I know about The Last of Us is it's the journey that matters more than anything else. Anytime you're adapting material that is popular, you're going to have
Yeah.
a large subset of the audience that knows what happens. I knew, I don't know if you knew that when you were watching Titanic, but I knew that it was going to sink.
I, I,
And
I had
you had an
a
idea.
hunch. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't matter. It was about the journey and the relationships, the characters. And so I I am sure that people who play the game, well, first of all, there's so much new and interesting and exciting for them as well.
Yeah.
But when the things that they know will happen, I still think they're, as the kids are saying now, it's going to hit in a different way. It just hits
Yeah.
you in a different way. It really does. So I
And a
think whether
good
you're,
example of that is the episode we get to spend with Bill and Frank.
yes,
Uh,
yes, that's
was
new.
that a particular thing that you really wanted to get in there that you discussed earlier?
Yeah. Well, I said to Neil that there was an opportunity to investigate thematically what it meant to actually be safe in a dangerous world. Bill has created safety. Well, what
Yeah.
happens inside of that safety? Is it lonely? Is it sad? Is it beautiful? It gave us a chance to also show time passing, to show how the world changed somewhat between the beginning of the pandemic to where we are now in the story. And it let us explore this theme that I'm kind of obsessed with, which is that love is the most beautiful, wonderful, creative human emotion there is, but it's also the most dangerous human emotion, because love is the thing that leads to fear and anger and xenophobia and tribalism and also choices like my child is worth more than your child because
Yeah.
I love my child. These are dangerous things, and we really explored it. Was all there in the game, and we've expanded it here in the show, and we get to do that through these new explorations like the way we do with Bill and Frank.
Yeah, and I kind of think that's an episode that proves why this works as a TV show as well.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
You know, I know because I made Chernobyl with a lot of Swedes. If you can impress a Swede, you've done something right. You guys are tough,
Yeah.
and you're tough in a good way. You're like, show me.
Yeah, true. So I wish you all the best and good luck with the premiere. And I hope you get a bit more Swedes on the second season.
We're gonna work on that. You know me, I love them all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I appreciate it.